Okay, so this video is about a priceless assertion by XXXTentacion, rest in peace. So at one point in a video interview, I think it was an interview, he said, "You're only enslaved if you can't control your mind. You're only enslaved if you can't control your mind." And there's another line worth, I think, supplementing that with, and this one comes from, I think, Blade Runner, by which I mean the original Blade Runner. But it's something like, I forget the exact phrasing of it, but it's like, it's strange, isn't it, to live in a state of fear? That's what it means to be a slave. These are interesting ideas. So, a key component of staying sane, and not just keeping up the appearances of sanity and respectability, is engaging in rest. So everyone past a certain age knows that physical rest is necessary, but, can we all say the same for mental rest? So, if you live in the United States and you're a man, then ask yourself whether your conception of like a maximally successful life involves having to tolerate what we can call explanatory debt in your daily or monthly or annual life, okay? So to put this another way, imagine a life in which you never have to explain anything you say or do to anyone ever, for any reason, if you don't want to, okay? The only time you're explaining yourself or your behaviors or your words to anyone is in a context within which you're going to maybe make a lot of money or something. Outside of that, you just don't have to answer to anyone ever. Wouldn't that be wonderful? So, many people measure success in kind of strange and idiosyncratic ways as they get older. One of my personal barometers for success is that I get to write anything I want to, at least in private. But, if you're out there, maybe your conception of success involves like being able to take a 90-minute nap at any point in the day whenever you want to. Or maybe your own conception of it involves having like a really scrumptious coffee every morning before you work out and go to work. So having a custom-made conception of success that suits your actual life prospects is an important part of adapting to the probable demands of your current and future life, okay? So I think the ideal life for me involves one in which I just don't have to worry about what anyone thinks of me, It involves an absence of what might be called reputational paranoia. And I'm presently kind of in that mode of existence because I don't perceive myself as I don't perceive myself as someone who's like indispensable in some major sense anywhere, which I don't know if that's healthy for, a biological male. But I take a certain idea seriously, and I apologize for referencing a New Age term here, but you can look up what is meant by the term light worker, and I'm kind of trying to be that, So, whether or not I may invoke like God or some sort of divinely felt calling, I do have a kind of constantly felt impulse to try to bring like healing and upliftment to people. And it's been like that for pretty much my whole life, although there were phases in which I succumbed to egotistical kind of regimens through which I tried to appear impressive, you know, and like I was better than other men or something. But let's go back to that point. You're only enslaved if you can't control your mind. Look at the way in which you engage with the internet, or food, or conversations with people who can't do anything useful for you. You know, the low status workers, service people, maids, waiters and waitresses, delivery drivers, retail workers, cashiers, etc. Look at the way in which you deal with traffic during rush hour, you know. You're only enslaved if you can't control your mind. That is a profound statement. Life in, you know, this sort of time we're in is kind of engineered to keep you in a state of, if not distractedness, then kind of gratuitous activation. So as a result, you're being made to be flooded with stress, with gratuitous opposition to people and causes that may not have anything really to do with you. You're made to feel pleasure in being really opinionated about things, and in regarding people who haven't hurt you or anyone you loved as subhumans, okay? So this is all very useful because it makes you more prone to certain kinds of addictions, to developing certain pathologies, to needing compensatory self-medicating regimens, and to eventually needing costly health interventions, which is kind of the big ticket item that the system may want to extract from you. And in order to preemptively rescue yourself from all of that, try to write down what you want your perfect day to look like while you're on a budget, okay? I don't want to exist in a gratuitously oppositional relationship to anyone or anything that is not clearly and probabilistically a threat to those I love. There are certain battles I will fight, there are certain hills I will die on, but I'm not going to waste my time getting worked up about, you know, whether some random white guy 6 states over hates me on the grounds that I'm not a particular kind of enthusiastic Protestant or something. Do you know what I mean? Have a clear conception of what you regard as a successful life. Write it down, keep it in your wallet, tape it to your bedroom wall, store it within your glove box in your motor vehicle, and keep reminding yourself of it as numerous assaults and distractions try to steer you off course, okay? You deserve a beautiful life regardless of what your income level is like, and even whether or not you happen to work right now. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Take care and God bless you.